Hello, I am going to walk you through this app very briefly. Again, this is an LLM powered map of metabolomics research. We have used leverage LLMs in different ways to allow us actually map these metabolomics research publications that's actually found on PubMed. Abstract to be specific. So how do we use this? So it has three main sections. It has the embeddings explorer, the keyword trend analysis, and the auto search. For the embeddings explorer, what we have here is there's a detailed instruction which you can actually find on the app. But I'm just going to copy one of these. Let's copy the most let's say one of the most complicated queries in the examples, and let's paste it here. So essentially what we're doing here is we want to focus on all of the embeddings, all of the papers, not a particular research cluster. So we're focusing on all of the papers, all of the embeddings. And the keywords here essentially reads deep learning, or, so the pipe function here denotes all neural networks, and of course Faecalibacterium. So Faecalibacterium has to do with the gut microbiota. We can actually search either the abstract or the titles. I'm just going to create this while I'm explaining this. And you can also optionally show only papers without the keyword matches, so you can show all of the papers. So this is essentially what it looks like. This is all our embeddings, and it's color coded first by the keyword presence. So deep learning neural networks, you can see that Faecalibacterium. These has to do with gut microbiota. You can also see that, and by putting your mouse, varying your mouse, you can see for other, you can see like the titles of the papers. For the ones that have matches, you can see more details like the keyword and the authors in that paper. At the top, you have the same rendition, but in this case, it's now colored by the year of publications, right? And it just happens that we have more of the recent papers, right? At least with this query. Other functionality is just things like zooming in. You can zoom in and look at particular papers if you want to kind of like take a closer look about the title, the authors, and things like that. You can zoom out back. You can also download each of these plots, and if you want a copy of that, by clicking on this camera insignia. So that's the embeddings. It allows us to see keywords popping up on our embeddings. So the next thing I would show is the keyword trend analysis. The keyword trend analysis is actually quite straightforward. We want to check how specific words actually appear in metabolomics literature over time, right? And these are metabolomics related literatures. Again, present PubMed. So I'm just going to pick breast cancer or colon cancer, and then we can search for that. And we can also search for the whether they're present in the abstract or in the title. So let's see. Let's just check abstract. So the presence of these keywords in the abstract. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Let's see. We can have a full screen of these to see what's going on. So on the y-axis, you're seeing the percentage of papers published that year. That's essentially what we're using to track. It's plotted, and the y-axis is the percentage of papers that actually contains that keyword. So as you can see, what you can see here is we have sort of more of, it appears we have more of breast cancer publications than we have colon cancer in this particular corpus. So you can, of course, use that to test out some of this hypothesis you might have. You want to investigate any trend. Finally, this is, we have a search by author rendition of this app, and there might be some edge cases here just because of the way we actually wrote the code, but it should work for many cases. So you put in your first name and the last name, and you can toggle this show other embeddings. If you show other embeddings, it will show other embeddings in addition to the embeddings that actually contain that represents the papers published by the author. So I'm just going to use some of the example here. So Professor Fernie actually turns out to be a plant expert, and you can see a lot of this papers actually is focused in here. So using these actually also give you an idea of where a particular expert or scientist in the field is focused. So it's clearly focused here. If you look at somebody like Oliver Finn, Oliver Finn is largely all over the map. It's just sort of influential in a lot of these fields. So that's just sort of the wrap up of the demo, Embeddings Explorer, Keyword Trend Analysis, Auto Search, and thank you for listening.